Hello, this is Not a Spring Chicken in honor of Senator Edward Kennedy. The health care bill is being renamed in his honor. Do you think it'll pass now? That's what they're trying for. So for now, we're going to bring Oldecam on for comments on the headlines of today. Hello, Oldecam. I heard we're having some new additions to
I know.
Oldecam.
BS the Bull and Brock the Flip-Flop have got Brock the Jack in the Box and Brock the Rubber Ducky.
Barack in the box, right?
In the box, yeah.
Because you never know where he's going to pop up.
Right, and you'll probably get to see Brock the Rubber Ducky in our whatever the thing is, their jacuzzi starting Monday. So
the bomb makes August deadline. The deadliest month for the U.S. in Afghanistan.
Well, yeah, because they're driving us out. A bomb is getting ready to pull. The Democrats want an end of the year deadline set for leaving the country, no matter what the condition is.
Senate bill would give president emergency control over the internet?
Oh yeah,
what is that?
About that. He could basically decide if, without any congressional oversight, to shut the internet down.
Why?
Because there's too much, as they said, there's too much right-wing threats going on out there. He can use what's going on in healthcare now to shut the internet down. And he consider that a threat to the safety of this nation.
Oh my gosh!
Naturally, you can guess it's being promoted by the same people that bring us health care.
Yeah, when they start doing things like that for our own good.
Yeah, and they're going to tack it on to something else that's going to be a reconciliation pass, so it's going to be done.
Are you serious? They're actually going to be doing that?
They're going to give
That's really bad.
They're all complaining last night. A lot of the mainstream press are complaining about it.
Yeah, because they could all be shut down as everybody's migrating towards the internet.
Because one of the people that basically anti-Fox says, I'll have to stand with Fox on this because they want to shut down our internet now. But then again, you've got to remember the people upstairs have said the internet has no value.
California firefighters wage fierce wildfire battles.
Well, yesterday we saw, everything was dark yesterday from the fires. And you could see, like 50 miles away, you could see flames up into the sky.
You know, oh yeah, there were a lot of them, weren't there?
It looked like mushroom explosions from the clouds so high.
You know, one of the things I'm not seeing right now is Senator Edward Kennedy in memorial.
Yeah, I saw something strange yesterday at a wake. My family is Irish, as you might know, on one side, and my grandmother, I never went to an Irish funeral or an wake where the casket wasn't open because the person inside the casket was the important part. He was celebrating just like everyone else, and Mr. Kennedy's casket was closed.
Seems a bit odd.
Yeah.
Space Shuttle Discovery blasts off, finally flying on third try.
Well, they're trying to get as much things done as possible because under Obama, NASA has no budget now.
Questions arise over how kidnapper went undetected.
It's called BS. There's no way on earth that people could not have noticed somebody around there for 18 years.
I know, and then they were living out in the garage, and then they had kids.
That's right. It can't be done, which means the neighbors knew what was going on and didn't say anything.
That's bad. Who warns of severe form of swine flu that attacks lungs?
And the Obama administration says not to be as concerned as who is talking about.
Yeah, the World Health Organization.
That's right.
Well, I also heard that the vaccines, there are 2 vaccines for the vaccination for to help prevent it?
Yeah, and then there's a third vaccine. So you have to have the triple cocktail, one for regular flu and one for these two, and then there's not enough of anything to go around. There never is. Which basically screws this health care plan up, because if we can't even provide vaccines for illness, how are you going to do a health care plan?
Yeah, especially when they keep talking about preventive care being the biggest.
Yeah, he can't. So he's telling people to downsize their
expectations
on it. Like there's not as bad as what is being said.
Richardson isn't charged or exonerated in New Mexico probe.
Well, he's got friends in high places. Holder just dropped the investigation because it's more important that they put a Republican in jail than put a criminal Democrat. Like they're getting ready to kill. Charlie Rango had $3 million of undeclared income. 1, I couldn't read Spanish. 2, I'd lost the information. 3, I didn't know it existed. Basically, and he's the head of the tax thing in the House. But first, they wrote it off to the fact that nobody pays their taxes if they're Democrats. Now they're all saying that Rangel just been hiding money flat out.
Are they really saying that? Because usually
they found a secret $500,000 bank account, a secret account where he's been sloshing money into.
Study: job insecurity worse for health than unemployment.
Well, if you're not healthy, you can't get employed. But the Democrats are trying to use that if people had health insurance, they wouldn't have to have that worry.
Yeah, but they couldn't afford, if they weren't working, they couldn't afford the health insurance.
You can't afford the medical. I mean, it's still going to cost you for treatment, folks. The health insurance only picks up so much of everything.
Just like your regular insurance.
You still got to pick up fees. If you don't have it, you can't pay it.
Iran slows nuclear pace, but bomb suspicions grow.
Because they're cutting back even more and more in information anybody's being given, which means I would assume they're getting close as they're cutting back more.
Really?
And the pace is slowing.
Senior citizens abandoning Obama.
Well, yeah, because they're just pissed off at the man because he's going to do what he said he wasn't going to do, but if you listen carefully, he said he's going to do exactly the same thing in the next sentence. He's going to cut back on their benefits.
Yeah, and he's going to cut off the internet too.
Yeah, well, seniors aren't going to be able to play their poker and stuff then.
I know.
Or their chess games around the world, which they do use a lot.
UAE reports ship seizure with North Korea arms for Iran.
Oh, yeah, they finally caught one of them shifting stuff illegally, so Iranians knew better.
Senators did not influence stimulus decisions.
Yeah, all the pork money went to the Democrats, folks. Isn't that amazing? All the pork money went to unions and Democrats. Very little of it to Republican areas. So figure how the stimulus managed to blindly go to Democrats.
Top officer says U.S. bungling Muslim outreach.
We don't simply do enough to understand them because they're to Barack Obama. They are simply misunderstood. They are not terrorists.
Better sushi, but without bluefin tuna.
Yeah, you got to tell the Japanese that sushi, real sushi is going to be made with anything else but bluefin tuna. No.
Yeah, right. Pressure. I mean, I've been to sushi restaurants. It's like you can pay for the grade of sushi.
Yeah, and they're not going to go into the good places and buy junk sushi in Japan.
No. Pressure grows on Gordon Brown over Libya trade talks.
Well, he's fine. He's totally finished this time. Because
what happened?
He said that we didn't have anything to do with oil for terrorists. Well, yes, they did. They've been talking about this for 2 years. Okay, Obama's got so much flack that he's had the FBI now issue the thing. We told Gordon Brown that this was going to happen, so don't do it 2 years ago. Yeah, so they knew it was going to happen.
How long has Gordon Brown been in office?
2 years.
Oh, okay. Clunkers a boost, but consumers still strapped.
They don't have any money. I mean, what they said, the clunkers simply replaced the buying of the new cars, which no one's going to buy now.
Oh. Obamacare isn't the answer.
But it's irrelevant because they said last night they've got 50 votes. I heard everybody talking about it. They have 50 votes, and that's all that counts in the Senate.
Gaddafi can't, and they don't really care what you think anyway.
That's right.
Gaddafi cancels plan to stay in New Jersey.
Well, yeah, because they didn't want him there. I mean, half the people on board the Lockerbie plane were from New Jersey.
Are you serious?
Yep. And they were going to put his place was deliberately picked next to a Jewish facility.
Oh.
I know. It wasn't done accidentally.
Yeah, I think he just wanted the controversy.
Yeah.
Fury at NATO's Afghan clinic raid.
Well, yeah, because they went after the bad guys, and we got a new set of rules laid down by Barack Obama about you can't do anything without telling people you're going to raid first.
Cheney condemns Obama's probe of the CIA interrogations.
Yeah, but he is basically he knows that he's going to go to jail under Obama, so he's just making the most he can before he sends him off to jail.
Which Obama wants China to help with Iran's nuclear program.
And that's right, because he can talk to the Chinese, and they can talk to the Iranians, which he said he could talk to, but discovered they won't listen to him.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Actually, the darkest isn't always before the end of the tunnel. The darkest could be after the end of the tunnel also.